one's kind of interesting. 3 reasons the Browns should move on from Jarvis Landry. This one's from Browns Nation. First, how much was Landry's leadership worth? Browns need to complete the OBJ release is number 2. And doing right by Jarvis Landry, number 3. So I think what they're getting at here is some facts about it. Cap hit is very much lessened. It's about, I think it's $1.5 million if they do it by like June 1st or something along those lines. Currently, it's 16.3 is what he's due. They're going to need money, and they're fine under the cap. But in theory, if you're going to go out and sign a number 1 wide receiver or a high-profile free agent, you're going to need money. And the flip side of it is Jarvis Landry might not want to be back if they renegotiate his contract down. And that's kind of what they're getting at by doing right by Jarvis Landry. What are your thoughts on that?
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. If it were up to me, I would have Jarvis on this team. But I don't think I would have him on this team at the price tag at which he's supposed to play for next year, Dave. $15, $16 million? I don't think that's the wisest investment. And though I like Jarvis, I don't think he's a upper echelon game-changing type of talent, but he's the kind of guy who a quarterback definitely wants on his team. I love his attitude. I love his abilities. But I think if Jarvis can be on one side and you have a more maybe dynamic playmaking type of wide receiver on the other side, I don't want to call Jarvis a possession receiver because to me that insinuates a little guy that catches 4-yard passes and then gains another 2 yards. If you look at Jarvis's numbers, you get that feel. But I do think he's more valuable to this team than that kind of a role. And I like him, and I think he's good, and I love the attitude he brings to the field. I wonder where his heart is after the whole Odell situation. I don't know if that has soured him on the Browns or if it hasn't. But I would want him here if we can make that happen.
Yeah.
But I would not want him back at full boat.
I would agree. If you can extend him and get that dollar figure per year down, he does all the receiving work that the elite wide receivers don't want to do. He does the dirty work. Is kind of the way. He'll go over the middle. He'll take a hit. He'll block. He'll do the things that add up to winning. So I'm with you. But again, I could see where a guy in his situation doesn't want to renegotiate at a lower cost. All right, we're gonna head.
Especially Dave, if he's not convinced he wants to be here. If it's a lower cost, then he just might want to go somewhere else anyway.
Yeah, agreed wholeheartedly.